Good morning, guys. For this episode, I wanted to talk about this book that I've been listening to on Audible. I'm actually listening to a few books, but one of them is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Whoops, drop the F-bomb. But there's something that the initial chapters talk about, which I thought was a really, again, subtle but powerful concept. And I thought it would be great to talk about it on the podcast. And that is that the want or desire for a positive experience is a negative experience. The want for a positive experience is a negative experience. The acceptance of a negative experience is a positive experience. So it's kind of this concept that we talk about in the realm of meditation, in the realm of mindfulness, about being in the present moment and coming back to where you are at. When we are in the present and we're desiring or wanting something more than where we are, that want produces an expectation or gap, right? There's an expectation or gap there, and you wanting something suggests that you're not full where you are right now, that you don't have enough right now. There's nothing wrong with wanting something. There's nothing wrong with having a direction. There's nothing wrong with goals and values and producing and all of those things. But it suggests, if you're desiring and wanting something more, that you're not full right now. And so that's a really powerful concept of understanding that you are beautiful and great just where you are, and you are a process. We're never a finished product. We're always changing. We're always moving, and you are not a finished process. So if we just accept, fully where we are at now, then that in and of itself allows us to access the present moment, allows us to enjoy the things where they are right now. So now the process of accepting a negative experience is a positive one. So as we're going through something negative, something difficult, something tough, something hard, when we accept that difficulty, when we roll with the resistance, when we roll with that challenge, it becomes a positive experience where our internal self, our internal feelings start to be soothed, start to feel better. So again, this kind of allows us to roll back into that present moment. So there's a lot of power in the present moment. And that, again, actually reminds me of the book, The Power of Now. So there is a lot of power in the present. And as our mind drifts into the wanting mind or, drifting into the negative mind, realize that we can accept the negatives, and that when we're wanting something, it's okay. And totally, we should have a direction, and it can often be very useful for goals, and moving towards a direction. Also understand that want produces an expectation. Instead of just living in the now, taking action in the now, operating in the now, and moving forward in the present moment, accessing what we have right here, right now, and enjoying what we have. That's very subtle, but that subtlety over time actually makes a very big difference. At the end of the day, a lot of times, one of the reasons we get very upset is we dwell in the past, or we create images of the future as opposed to just enjoying how things are. And again, very powerful, very subtle, but something that I found inspiration from that book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Still listening to it, still working through it. I'm actually surprised I hadn't listened and worked through it earlier, but I've been hearing about it a lot. But now's the time that I'm actually working through it. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope that today is productive, enjoyable. I hope you have a lot of fun on this Tuesday, and have an amazing week, guys. I'm going to keep on pushing out these episodes. If you enjoyed this episode for today, please check out MedFlash Go. MedFlash Go is the first voice-based interactive medical question bank. And we designed it specifically for medical students because medical school is tough. It's hard, but we want to make studying easier. So it's all voice-based. It's actually on the Amazon Alexa. So please check that out. And if you love this episode for today, please give us a 5-star review on iTunes. It's one of the best ways to support us. And take care, guys.